They came without warning, the Velkhari Dominion, ancient, arrogant, and old as dust, descended upon humanity's frontier with the casual cruelty of a predator, toying with prey. The human colony of Rathaven, nestled on the edge of charted space, was little more than a farming world. Families lived under wide-open skies, tending crops and building futures. It had no military fleets, no planetary shields, no hope of defense. The Velkhari didn't care. Their warships broke orbit, raining fire upon defenseless cities. Towers melted into rivers of glass, oceans boiled with falling plasma, and children's screams were drowned beneath the thunder of orbital cannons. The Velkhari commanders broadcast the slaughter across the stars. Not for humanity, but for the other species watching. A lesson in obedience. Behold, their leader crooned, his voice echoing through galactic channels. The fate of those who resist Dominion authority. The humans are young, fragile, too soft to claim the stars. They will kneel, or they will burn. When the last fires dimmed, when the colony was nothing but ash and shadows, the Velkhari raised their banners high. Rathaven was gone, 50,000 lives erased, and the galaxy watched in silence. The arrogance of victory, the Velkhari celebrated, their council chambers filled with laughter and mockery. 1,000 silver goblets were raised in toast to their triumph. Human vessels, merchant ships, colony transports were hunted and destroyed in passing, their crews executed in void, bodies drifting like broken dolls in orbit. To the Velkhari, humanity was nothing more than another primitive race clawing at survival. Earth was too far, too weak, too naive. The Velkhari believed humans were shackled by their own morality, unwilling to unleash the full fury of war. They mocked Earth in their transmissions. Humans weep, but they do not bite. One admiral sneered. They will bow, as all children must. Others were bolder, speaking in council. The humans mistake kindness for strength. They mistake patience for power. But in this galaxy, strength belongs only to the Dominion. Their colonies will burn until Earth kneels. They laughed when reports came that humanity had issued only silence in response. No war declaration, no mobilization, no threats, just silence. The Velkhari mistook it for fear, but it was not fear. It was waiting. The silence breaks weeks past. The galaxy held its breath. Then came a whisper, faint at first, but spreading like wildfire through trade routes and military channels. Human fleets had vanished. Entire battle groups, once stationed at Earth, at Mars, at Titan, were no longer listed on the public registries. Civilian freighters reported seeing colossal ships moving through deep space, lights cold, engines burning with purpose. And then, the message. Not a declaration of war. Not a plea for peace. Just 3 words, broadcast on every frequency the Velkhari had used to boast of their conquest. We are coming. The galaxy trembled. Neutral races scrambled to shutter their ports, fearing to be caught between the Dominion and Earth. Old enemies of humanity sealed their borders. Allies sent prayers, not aid, and then the skies changed. The first human dreadnoughts broke warp over contested space. Vast, angular, black as the abyss itself, they emerged in silence, their hulls carved with the scars of ancient wars long past. Fleets followed. Hundreds of ships, then thousands, each one bristling with weapons the galaxy had never seen. The Velkhari called them bluff. They sent fleets to meet the humans, laughing that Earth's children marched to their own deaths. They were wrong. The answer in fire. The first battle was at the Velkhari stronghold of Garrus IV. Velkhari ships waited in formation, their armada gleaming with confidence. They fired first, torrents of plasma filling the void in blinding arcs, but the human ships didn't falter. Shields flared, hulls held, and then, without warning, the humans answered. Not with plasma, not with the predictable weapons the galaxy knew. With annihilation. Kinetic rounds the size of city blocks tore through the Velkhari lines, each impact blooming into suns of metal and fire. Missile swarms moved like living storms, diving, twisting, hunting their prey with intelligence and fury. One Velkhari warship after another died screaming into the void. Admirals shrieked orders that went unanswered, as their fleets crumbled in minutes, not hours. The humans did not speak. They did not gloat. They did not negotiate. They simply destroyed. Every Velkhari garrison, every outpost, every fleet that met them was shattered with relentless precision. Their dreadnoughts advanced like titans, blocking out stars with their vast shadows, and behind them came carriers unloading endless waves of strike craft. Planets that had once laughed at humanity's weakness watched as their skies filled with steel. The Velkhari begged their allies for aid. None came. The galaxy watched, horrified, unwilling to stand between Earth's wrath and its target, because by then, everyone understood. This was not war. This was vengeance. The shattering of the Dominion. The Dominion's core worlds burned. Cities that had stood for millennia were flattened in hours. The Velkhari military, proud and ancient, was reduced to ashes. Their communication hubs were cut, their leaders hunted down, their fleets annihilated wherever they tried to regroup. One Velkhari counselor, before his execution, whispered into the recording feeds, "They fight like no other. Not for conquest, not for glory, but for the dead." And still, Earth did not stop. They landed soldiers on Velkhari worlds, ironclad warriors in exo-armor that shrugged off weapons fire like rain. Entire populations fell silent as these soldiers advanced through their streets, not looting, not pillaging, just burning the Dominion's power to nothing. Factories were demolished, shipyards glassed, armories detonated in thunder that shook continents. When the Dominion's capital finally fell, its skies filled with black ships blotting out the stars, its rulers dragged before the survivors. The galaxy realized the truth. The Velkhari had wanted power, and in grasping for it, they had lost everything. The aftermath of silence. When it was over, Earth spoke once more, not with demands, not with treaties, with only a single decree, carried across every star system that had witnessed the war. Let it be known, humanity does not forgive. The Velkhari Dominion was gone, its worlds shattered, its people scattered and broken. Survivors lived in silence, haunted by the memory of fleets that blotted out suns and armies that marched like storms. In the far reaches of the galaxy, whispers carried from world to world. Do not provoke Earth. They are patient, too patient. But their vengeance is infinite. Their silence is a warning. Their answer is death. And so, the galaxy learned the cost of arrogance. The Velkhari had wanted power. But in reaching for it, they had awakened something far older, far colder, and far more merciless than they ever imagined. They had wanted power, but they had lost all.